everyone. Welcome to Battle Cam. We're here with Booze Bag, who's supposed to announce us back onto the site. So now, yes, this is my guest, Lingfei Hui. If you're just now tuning in, and we're about to move into the next phase of our discussion. And yes, get ready to actually call in. We are going to be taking calls here in a little bit, okay? At some point, so you better call in and ask our special guest. I forget sometimes, not just my battle cam, it's our battle cam. Our special guest questions. Has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, started at age 31. I'm still on that. Okay, so let's get...
Hypnotize somebody to do?
The craziest thing that I hypnotize, well, pretty much for fears. I think I have a couple people came into my office to help them with fears of flying. Go on an airplane, they freaked out, and it worked out really well with hypnosis. I also have people have a lot of craving for sweets. You know, they have a sweet tooth. They just cannot stop eating sugar, chocolate when they get stressed out. You know, that type of situation that they came in. Just tap into your subconscious mind to train your mind to be able to relearn how to...
Okay, I have a question. What about, you know, like in the more, it's like the psychology for like when you're working with behavior, when you're adjusting a person's behavior, you know, whether if you're trying to like a negative routine, but also positive ones that just serve their purpose out already, but that you just want to just try to advance yourself. Does that play a role in with the whole, you know, like kind of like the therapy or hypnosis that you work with? Is there a connection? How do they parallel? Do you have to like speak with your clients first to understand what they're going through first before you start working with them?
Yeah.
What's the process?
Definitely. See, my way of helping using hypnosis, usually first client, when a new client comes into my office, I always spend you know, at least an hour and a half with them.
Okay.
So traditionally, you know, most hypnotherapists, they will spend a little bit more time, but for me, from an hour and a half to 2 hours, I will spend that kind of time, including the session, of course, but I will have a pre-talk with them, because a lot of times people do have misunderstanding or misconceptions about hypnosis. Oh, are you going to control my mind? Are you going to tell me to rob some banks and then steal some money and bring it back to my office and feel good to go? No, it doesn't work like that. Put it this way, I cannot give you a suggestion that's completely going against your will or desire. Meaning, if I pick a criminal today, that person has been thinking about robbing a bank, has already have a grand plan in his head, and I pick this person as a subject to hypnotize this person and say, hey, go out to money, steal some cards, you know, pull some cash and bring me the money. Guess what? It may work with that person, but if I'm telling you, Isaiah, you know, I'm going to hypnotize you, you're in a relaxed state, I told you like, hey, guess what? Go do the same thing for me. And he's going to snap out of it and look at me like, what did you just tell me? I'm not going to do that to you. You're crazy. So if I'm telling you to do something that's completely going against your will, flat out, you'll come out of it. That's why when you go to Las Vegas, if you have a chance to go to see some shows for hypnosis, usually the hypnotist will bring a group of people to the, from the audience and tell them, hey, who want to come up here to be hypnotized. A lot of times people will go up there and try out because they think that this is some hocus pocus thing, you know, you cannot hypnotize me. And so that hypnotist will weed out and pick the right person. They will tell certain people to leave the stage after a couple rounds of tests. So the good ones, what we call highly suggestible subjects, will stay on stage the whole time. And we'll be able to do a crazy dance. Guys will go on a pole and do pole dance, you know, that kind of crazy stuff, because the things, it seems crazy to us. Perhaps it could be very fun thing for that person to do, and that person doesn't feel like it's too embarrassing for him to do it, for example. And so this is something very useful. That's why we call suggestions. We don't force your brain to do something that you don't want to do or you're not.
Perfect. Yeah. The studies, they actually have tests to test a person is subject to going under. It's amazing what you're saying, because it helps to clarify on so many.
Ling, can you actually hypnotize?
Booze Bag, what's up, Booze Bag? Guess what, Booze Bag? Westside just got me my shirt. Thank you, Westside, if you're watching. I also now have a Westside
I'm in Scotland.
shirt.
Scotland in the same one. Ling, can you hypnotize me online? No.
Oh, he wants to know if you could hypnotize him right there on television. He's in Scotland, by the way.
I think we have to schedule another appointment to do that. Right here.
I have a question. Is it true that when you, do you have to prepare a separate, preparation for each client individually? Does that make sense? Like, if you're gonna same topic, hypnosis, would you have to if I was to come in as a client, would you have to schedule a specific kind of my very own unique platform? Like if you were taking me under and guiding me. I was reading a little bit about it.
That's why the pre-chart is so important.
Okay.
Because everybody's different. Let's say,
I might be very athletic, but you couldn't talk to me if you're going to speak to me in a passive manner, kind of like.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I have to get to know you to understand who you are and where you're coming from, and what brings you here, and so that I can talk to you on the same level, and I can help you to relate to what I'm going to say to you. So I always talk about that. We're going to set a game plan. So you know exactly how I'm going to help you, what type of suggestions I'm going to use on you. So you completely agree on what I'm going to do with you. Then
and me accepting that, accepting your suggestions and having trust in you is key for me to receiving. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try some of this at some point in my life.
So basically, hypnosis can be done pretty much. I mean, I'm pretty sure when it comes to that, a lot of people they said, "Oh, I will never be able to hypnotize." Put it this way: I think a lot of people have been driving home after a long day of work, think about things, and then by the time they get home, they have trouble to remember exactly what freeway that I took, what street that I took to get home. You just how did I get home? I'm home. Okay. See, when you are driving, what we call you're on autopilot. Right. When you're on autopilot, basically, you're on a mild state of hypnosis. So basically, everybody have gone through.
Especially on the way, like you mentioned, on the way home.
Yeah.
And one of my managers was a sort of talk with us about from the selling point. A lot of salespeople are calling people's homes just around the time where they're getting home, because knowing that they're on autopilot. Did you hear about that?
Because they are what we call highly suggestible state. When a person is super stressed out during daytime, and they constantly have to think about what I'm going to do next, what other things I need to do later, or what I'm going to do tomorrow. When your mind's constantly spinning on high gear, you are on the heightened state. So that will be the best time to hypnotize a person. That's why a lot of people, they will have a tendency of have a short-term memory issue. I forgot where I put my keys. you know, because you're constantly stressed out.
Wow. Yeah, you do. What's up, Booze Bag?
So it's stress-induced situation that actually you can use some hypnosis, self-hypnosis way of helping yourself to relax your mind. So when you are more relaxed, not all the time, but just when you get home, you are able to unwind your brain. That way you can maintain balance mentally and emotionally. So that's important to enhance the memory. See, memory got affected by a lot of things, you know. So stress is one of the biggest things that we're dealing with day in, day out here in this country. Yeah.
We're about to start dealing with that, the stress. She's hit on a lot of key points, because there's been some professionals that have that's coming from your angle, and they haven't given us much. I mean, they're like holding, like, have a firm grip. You're actually the first to really open up to us about it. We really do appreciate this, because we need it so we can practice it on each other. when you go home, we're going to use some of this stuff on you. But it's okay. You're giving us positive information. But I do have quite a bit to talk about. I want to get. Are you ready to get into some of the? You know, I guess we covered. We covered your method. Oh yeah, but now you talked about the pranic healing. Okay, great. Just in time. No, we're gonna go on commercial in just a minute. Then we're gonna come back, and then you're gonna tell us about your business, about the pranic healing. That's it, right? Cool.
Pranic healing and also acupranic therapy.
Now, the acupranic healing, she's gonna tell them. You gotta hear this. You got to. She has a special way in how she does this.
What's your question?
Okay, we're going to commercial. Please stay. I'm going to talk with BattleCam. Sign in to talk with us. Okay. Fumo, what's up? How are you?
Not much.
What's going on?
I'm pretty good.
Fumo. Okay. Please sign in so you can ask questions. Get ready to call.
Hi, I'm Janice Dickinson. Watch me live on BattleCam. Hey, just watch me. I'll show you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Everybody watch me. That's perfect. I'm perfect.
You don't remember? It's nothing but energy all day. It's just accelerated, man. You didn't catch me moving last night, man. Didn't you see me step to that tall piece of water like a thoroughbred? Not a loaf of bread, but a thoroughbred, man. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just ready, man. You have to see it, man. I was moving. I was grooving. It was like, Goose, man, I'm ready. I'm come back. I'm there, man. We can do it, man.
From even traumas, you could even deal with trauma then, right?
Yeah, actually.
Unfortunately, yes. If I came with an issue of trauma, you would have helped me with it, right?
Yeah, a lot of, actually, 80% of my clients are coming in with a lot of traumatic issues that never been resolved when they were younger, and now they're adults. Some of them are parents, some of them are actually grandparents, and having trouble to get past that.
But it can happen, even though when there's confusion or like blocks in the mind, we can get past it and actually have a balanced life, life that's right for you. Okay. Well, okay. But we have to remember this. We have to remember this, that we can reevaluate our lives. Always says that we're live. Okay. The phones are going to be on. You all need to be calling in. We have somebody here live who can answer some of your questions that you're trying to ask each other. Okay, let's get some sound knowledge first. Let's get some sound information first.
I am alive.
Then we can go and start trying to share that with others. Okay, like each other. All right. So will you please go on and explain to us about the pranic acupuncture holds, but start from we are live. Just start from where you're comfortable. Tell us.
Yeah. Okay. So besides hypnotherapy, I kind of touch base on a little bit about hypnosis, how hypnosis works, and I also do pranic healing. Okay, my background actually is in acupuncture, and basically acupuncture is also a form of what we call energy medicine. And so coming from my coming from that background, I was able to learn that and combine with the pranic healing. I guess we have a phone call.
Okay, you want to take this call?
Okay, sure.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, great. And what's your name?
This is Mr. Illusion.
Mr. Region?
Illusion.
Illusion.
Or you could call me 3Illusion.
Okay. I'm going to go with the first one.
Okay.
So what caused you to call in? Was there...
I'm interested about the hypnotism.
Yeah. Isn't she great? Okay, so we're going to let you ask your question. What's your question?
Well, the thing is, I've done a lot of sleight of hand and a lot of mentalism and hypnotism. Let me tell you, that stuff doesn't work. It's really tough, man, but best thing to do is just endure.
Endure the pain and sorrow that's in your own
Endure
head.
the pain and sorrow. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just the way it is.
Why not work your brain? Why not work what's in your brain?
You can try. You can try, but it's really hard. That's why a lot of people say to sell their
You
pants.
bought it. You bought it, didn't you? You bought it, so you should be able to, I mean, it's yours. You can do anything you want with it.
I bought what?
I mean, isn't it your brain? You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it, but I'm just saying, hypnotism, it's just, I feel like it's just a way as an excuse.
She mentions most effective, it would be self-hypnosis.
Well, no, actually self-hypnosis is just one of the tools.
One of the tools.
Well, that's why I still have a job, you know.
Hypnosis.
So having a hypnotist to help with a client will work much better because when you do self-hypnosis, you have to constantly modify the scripts. That's what we call the script. You have to follow a script to do it when it comes to self-hypnosis. Now, when there's a practitioner right next to you, each time when you come in, if there's an improvement or there's some other new insights, inputs, the hypnotist will be able to modify the script for that person. So basically, I'm actually doing a tailored script for you specifically.
Right.
So when it comes to pain management, actually hypnosis works really well. When it comes to pain management, actually there are a lot of people using hypnosis for childbirth, for anesthesia.
Right.
And
without
also
using medication.
Without using medication, even in the United States right now, yeah. So,
I hear you, but the thing is, I've tried everything for pain, but we just got to accept it.
What we were talking about is you practicing, but it sounds like you're trying to practice it on yourself. She's saying that while she has a job as a hypnotist because she can tailor to your needs as a guide.
Mm-hmm.
But a practitioner will only give you
get with a practitioner.
The practitioner will give you techniques, and I understand those are techniques that help. It does relax. There's some to calm down if you're hyperventilating. There are techniques that do help. Bring down your blood pressure. I know there's techniques for that, but for pain management, I hear a lot of hypnotism that it helps for pain management. It doesn't. It doesn't. When you're in pain for trauma.
What he's saying, will you please explain how hypnotists, how people going into to dentists having root canals done without medicine?
Usually, when it comes to that, the practitioner has to prep the subject, the client, at least weeks before they have a surgery or they have a procedure. So same thing for childbirth. you have to prepare the subject, make sure the subject is completely
so women are having natural childbirth,
very receptive, so that by the time it's due, that person will be able to get hypnotized instantly. So it doesn't work right away. When it comes to pain management, it's very important for you to work with a practitioner who you can completely trust. And that person has to work with you, and not just for one time or 2 times. A lot of times, it actually you have to do multiple sessions to help your brain to tone it down.
I'm sorry, it's an advertisement, but I could do the same thing. It doesn't work. It's just you're misdirecting. Let me give you an example. Anybody who's listening right now, I'm gonna do an experiment, a live experiment right now. You can trick the mind, okay?
So
I want you, everybody listening.
We're gonna have a show where you can do.
Okay, get an ice cube, all right, and tell the person to close their eyes, and tell them that you're going to light a match, but put your ice instead, and they're going to think you're burning them.
So basically,
it's misdirection.
Okay, I know that they have practitioners also use an ambulance, right?
Ambulance?
The ambulance are people who are the drivers who go and who are picking up the patients. Also, some are incorporating hypnotism to working with calming them down, or dealing with people who they're transporting to the hospital, even. That's very recent. There actually are people who practice hypnosis in the hospitals. That's my point. It is fairly new. We'll get your next call. We'll get your next call. We're trying to bring knowledge, sound, facts. We're bringing facts, people. Okay. If you want to, if you want to try some things, come up and show us. Because you mentioned that Ling is also a skeptic who says you got to show me to believe it. So, okay, now you were talking about the prana. Please go on. Explain to us about
the prana healing. Prana healing, basically, it's a non-touch energy healing. So when we talk about prana healing, you will be able to see that a lot of medical personnel now being using that prana healing at hospital here in Beverly Hills, in locally in California, also outside of California. People actually learn prana healing as a continuing education unit now for nurses, for chiropractors, So it's a fairly new modality compared to Reiki. Most people have heard about Reiki if you are into energy healing. So prana healing, it's a tool to help people to rebalance the chakras, to help alleviate some of the health issues or even emotional stress and all the good stuff. That's why there are volunteers right now at Northridge Hospital to help people who are depressed and people who are experiencing bipolar. So Westerners, in the Western world now is willing to try different alternative way to help patients. So I was able to learn that. Yeah. So I was able to use the prana healing to combine with the acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, and by doing that, I was able to create what I call acupranic therapy, which is needleless acupuncture, which I can use energetic needles, which is completely invisible, and I was able to do that to help people with physical ailments, disease, or even emotional issues, and then somehow it works pretty well. Some people, they really try everything, nothing works, so they kind of have nowhere to go but just to give it a shot, and they will come to see me. And it's good for the people who actually don't really like being poked with needles. So it's a new way of helping. The goal is to be able to balance the chakras by opening up the chakras using the acupuncture points without using actual needles, to be able to activate the chakras, corresponding chakras. So by doing that, you already open up the energy flow, and by removing the congestion, that's what we've been calling congestion.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, because this is really good information, but some people are going to say, now come on now, you went from talking sound knowledge into, okay, now you're talking about chakras that we can't see. Okay, Now let's back up. I know she said that a little fast. What are they doing again with using this same platform? Mm-hmm. It is mandatory just about for continued education to knowing
for
about
the pranic healing.
Pranic healing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so this is where it's coming from. It's bridging or coming from pranic healing. You got to understand pranic healing to understand.
Basically, yes. Yeah, it's like both pranic healing and acupuncture knowledge. Well, obviously, you have to spend almost 4 years to 5 years to finish your acupuncture degree. So most people, they don't want to do that, so they just go ahead and learn something.
That would be a bachelor's.
And unfortunately, you know, sometimes depending on the condition of that person's, you know, going through, some chronic issues may take longer time. You know, there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut for healing. I mean, if you talk to a medical doctor, they're going to say, there's no shortcut. You're going to have to deal with it, suck it up. And holistic healers will be like more patient with you. Hey, be patient and go along with it.
We have a question. We will be responding to your questions. You will be able to call in. Thank you so much for joining us in the show, speaking with my special guest. She's great. We're going to keep talking to Battle Cam if you want to cam up and interact with us. We'll be back in just a few moments. Okay, Boo's hi. Oh, hi.
Battlecam app now and stream live to Facebook, Battlecam, and live television right from your smartphone or tablet. Download it for free at battlecam.com/vote or your